3 nights before my wedding, I went to a hotel bar with my fiance's brother. The story I told myself for 6 years was that nothing happened. The story I tell myself now is something else. Adam and I got engaged in the spring of 2019. Adam is the youngest of 3. His brother Eric is the oldest, 4 years older, married then to a woman named Lauren who I really liked. Eric is the kind of person who walks into a room and makes the room feel calmer, easy, funny. He always remembered what I was doing at work. The rehearsal dinner was on a Wednesday. The wedding was Saturday. On Thursday night, Eric was in town early and Lauren was flying in Friday morning, and Adam was out at his bachelor's thing with the guys, and Eric texted me from the hotel bar saying he was sitting alone and would I want company. I said yes. I told myself it was because I didn't want him eating alone. I got there at 9. I planned to leave at 10:30. I left at 1:40. He had 4 whiskeys and I had 3 glasses of wine and we talked about everything except the wedding, which is the part that stayed with me. Neither of us said Adam's name. Not once. Not in 4.5 hours. At 1:30, he said he was going up to his room, and he stood up, and he said it like a question. He said, "You coming?" I said yes. Lauren was traveling for work Wednesday afternoons that month. I had been watching her schedule for 6 weeks without admitting I was watching it. I had been waiting for a night I could not explain my way out of. Thursday was that night. I knew when I texted back at 9:02 that I was going to leave the apartment that night, and I knew at what hour I would come home, and I sat on the bed with the phone face down for 2 minutes before I put on my shoes. I want to write what happened in that room. I am going to skip it. I am not skipping it because I'm protecting myself. I am skipping it because the part that matters is not what we did in the room. The part that matters is that I left at 4 in the morning, walked back to my hotel, took a shower, and went to my own wedding rehearsal at noon the next day like I just slept normally. I drank coffee with Adam's mother. I laughed at his uncle's toast. I tried on the second veil, because the first one wasn't right. The wedding happened. The honeymoon happened. I gave Adam every reason to believe I was where he thought I was the night before our vows, because I was 30 feet down the hotel hallway from his brother's room, where I had been 6 hours earlier. Lauren and Eric are divorced now. That happened in 2021. It had nothing to do with me. Eric has a new girlfriend who comes to family things and who likes me, and I like her back, and we sit next to each other at Thanksgiving every year and we talk about her dog. Eric and I have not been alone in a room since I left that hotel at 4 in the morning in May of 2019. There is a version of me that thinks one night 6 years ago doesn't count. Adam is happy. We have a daughter who is too. Eric is not in my head most days. The morning I left the room, I told myself this would be a thing I forgot, and most of the time I have. But every Thanksgiving, Adam asks Eric to carve the turkey, because Adam can't carve a turkey to save his life. Eric stands at the head of the table with the knife and the platter, and Adam stands next to him with a hand on his shoulder, and we all watch, and Adam loves his brother. Adam loves his brother more than almost anyone alive. I have not told Adam. I have not told anyone. I cannot decide whether telling him would be honest or whether it would be cruel. I cannot decide which one I am avoiding. What would you have done? Tell me in the comments.